starting to look a lot like alt season, and with that, we're starting to see some pretty wild price predictions. Bitcoin, we're six figure, over 100,000, 125, something like that. Ethereum, we're hearing some 10,000, 12,000 higher in the near future. Dogecoin, I think I heard like a $5 or $10 Dogecoin, and all these predictions are great, but my question really breaks down to is where's this money going to come from? How are we going to facilitate all this growth? So today we're going to take a look at that. I'm Joe, so you want a crypto? Remember, like, subscribe. If you find value in this, share it, whatever, Glad to have you. If you're new, welcome. Let's get right to it. Let's start looking at the market cap. It's no doubt that we're in, the middle of a bull run right now. Everything is going up. Look at the last 7 days. Dogecoin, 126%. Ethereum, 30%. Bitcoin, 3-4%. Binance, BNB, 13%. The month, you got 1,000% on Dogecoin. Dogecoin's kind of a weird one. It's basically cool. I think that's what it boils down to is people that have money that have kind of started to hear about crypto and you can make all this stuff, or people that don't have money, and either way, it's cool. If you invest in Doge, you might become rich or you might get richer or whatever. I think it's trendy. That's what it is. It doesn't serve a lot of purpose. All right. Moving along though. Bitcoin, we keep hearing some great prices. We're at $57,000 almost roughly right now. Bitcoin's losing dominance, but it's still kind of going up, slowly. That's kind of what we want to see. What are we looking at for a price on Bitcoin? I've heard six-figure Bitcoin. I've heard $20,000 Ethereum. What is it going to take to make all of that work? Here's some rough numbers. These are just real rough, kind of to give you a ballpark, So Bitcoin right now, we're going to call it $50,000 is 1 trillion in market cap. So at $50,000, we need $1 trillion to get 50,000 in price. So to go to 100,000, we're going to need 2 trillion. 125, we're going to need about 2.5 trillion. $250,000 Bitcoin, which is something I've heard from quite a few different angles or predictions and stuff. I think that might be a little bit high, but we would need Bitcoin basically would have to be worth $5 trillion. Ethereum, let's look at a talking there. So $7,000 Ethereum would need to have an $800 billion market cap. And let's put the numbers right here. So right now Ethereum is about let's call it $3,500, and it's a $400 billion market cap. And then it's a steep drop to Binance, and then Doge, Ripple, and then it's another 30% drop down to the next tier, and so on. So for Ethereum, and I've heard $20,000, $25,000 Ethereum, but really let's look right here. To double where we are from 3,500 to 7,000, again, it'd be about $800 billion. To hit 10K, I think you'd be just a nickel under 1 trillion. So for a $10,000 Ethereum, you would need to basically get where Bitcoin is right now. Maybe just a little under where Bitcoin is right now. $17,500, you need 2 trillion. If you want a $35,000 Ethereum, you need $4 trillion market cap. 4 times where Bitcoin is right now. Dogecoin, this is about where they are right now. 61.5 cents is $80 billion right here. 61.5 cents, $80 billion. Now, if we want to play with this, if we want a $6.15, we just times it by 10. That's 800 billion. And that I hear $5 and $10 Doge a lot, and I think that's honestly, I think it's ridiculous. But what do I know? You would need, at least in this bull cycle, 3 to 5 years from now, maybe not. And who knows, man, hype may take this thing to the moon, Mars, and beyond. But you need $1.2 trillion to get there right now. Yeah, I could see maybe a couple dollar Doge on a pump, but then I think it's gonna retrace so hard, it's gonna wreck people. But to get a $10 one, I mean, you're looking at just over $1.25 trillion. So about where Bitcoin is right now. And if we add all of this up right now, if we say we want the $250,000 Bitcoin with 35,000, that's 9 trillion. That's $10 trillion just for those three: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge. If we're going with our high prices, okay. Here's the rest of the market. But what I want to point out is the market cap of gold is $11 trillion, and currently Bitcoin is 10% of that. And when we were looking at these numbers, to get a $500,000 Bitcoin, you need to almost have the same market cap as gold, all of the gold market. Just for context, for perspective, just so you can get an understanding of what we're talking about. Because this money has to come from somewhere. Apple, $2 trillion. Okay. Saudi Aramco, and this is relatively recent. April 9th, 2021. Okay, so here's some statistics to know about, and I'll put these links below if you want to check them out. So they're saying on this one that the global stock market value is 95 trillion. Okay, so if we can peel off 10% of that, that's 9.5 trillion. I get that, but that's tough. So you would need basically 10% of this, right? Let's say like 9% of that and 10% of gold, and it's just a lot of money, no matter how you look at it. And it's a lot of money to come in over the next 6 to 8 months. You're talking 8 trillion. I don't know. To be fair, when we were talking about the same time frame last year, the entire crypto market was $175 billion. That's it. $175 billion. Let's say right here. It was, somewhere in here. Maybe it was a little bit more. 250, May 6th, 2020. Yeah, so my bad. $250 million, 250 million. And today we are sitting at, over 2.1 trillion in a year. That's what we've gained. So that's pretty good. But that's a year. 2 trillion in a year from where we were. However, now, things are more popular. We're going up. It's just hard to say. It really is. Here you go. Total market capitalization without Bitcoin. So the altcoin season, just taking Bitcoin out, at the peak was 546 million, and it says right now we're sitting at 1.3 trillion. Here's your market dominance. This was the last bull cycle where Bitcoin and Ethereum almost did the flippin'ins. All right, so at 37 to 31, that's about where we got to at the closest point right here. And currently, we are sitting at a 47.8 Bitcoin. That's altcoin super smiles. Ethereum 15.4, Binance 4, but all the others basically at the bottom. Everything besides what we're talking about is 19.6%, so less than 20%. The cool thing about all of this is it's only going to get better for the bottom ones. And you can see some names on here. Litecoin traditionally does really well. Litecoin is, let's see if we can find it right here. It was 2% in the last bull cycle. It's kind of that gray. It's hard to see in there, and it's it's probably going to see a pretty good push here soon. And for more perspective, all of the DeFi and cryptocurrency TVL locked up, total value locked right now, $76 billion. 76B with a B. And we need all these T's to come into the market. So I don't know. You tell me. You think all this is going to come in? I can see a couple of these hitting pretty hard, but I think some expectations just might be a little bit high on these, because we're only talking 3 coins, and that's not including Polkadot, which I think is going to do really well, Chainlink, which is going to do really well, Solana. There's a lot. So yeah, we're talking, for reasonable expectations, we need to see a $10 trillion market cap, and honestly I think we're probably going to be closer to 5 trillion. So keep that in perspective. Who do you think is going to be the winner? We know that Bitcoin's going to win, and we know that Ethereum's going to win, but to what extent? It's really going to depend on the altcoins that, suck up what's left of that money. All right, give me some price predictions below. Tell me what you think. You think my numbers are crazy? You think they're good? Do you like this? It's a little different. It's not like an altcoin video about altcoins, but it is really important to altcoins because this is where the money is going to trickle down from. And, we'll see these jumps in Bitcoin, and then when it starts to come down. But, traditionally money flows Bitcoin to Ethereum and down to other altcoins. However, dramatic pause, it's not always like that. With the exchanges is let's say Coinbase. You can get just about anything on Coinbase that a new crypto investor would be interested in. And let's say their friends are into crypto a little bit, or they've heard that altcoins are the way to go. They might skip Bitcoin altogether and just buy altcoins. So that might be, something that pushes, takes away a little bit of Ethereum's value, or Dogecoin's value, is all these altcoins. I mean, you can buy all the way down to like District 0x and really small stuff on Coinbase. And Binance is the same way. And I don't know. What do you guys think? All right. Cheers.